Hi, welcome. It's Love Speaks, day 27. Glad to see you all. Very exciting today. Today is the second last day of this challenge I gave myself, and I'm really, really proud of myself for expanding my boundaries and learning how to do something that I thought I couldn't do. So today's topic is definitely going to be about learning. I have a quote for you. Mark Twain said this: "Never let formal education get in the way of your learning." And I have another quote: "The more that you read, the more you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go." Dr. Seuss. And I think he's the expert on that. So, I began my learning journey in what's the word I'm looking for? In earnest. I began the learning journey in earnest when I began taking spiritual enrichment courses just across the river at Renaissance Unity, and they had lots of classes for us to learn, and also I wanted to begin my credentialing process towards becoming a licensed Unity teacher. So I remember reading quite a few years ago, before my journey began, that there was this woman that I read about, and she was saying that when she got a diagnosis of cancer, that the reason why she was able to, have tools in her pocket, spiritual tools in her pocket to pull out and use and get through this disease that had begun in her body and heal herself, was because she had been taking spiritual enrichment and education classes through Unity. And she had learned so much about herself, and she had gotten so much stronger in her faith. So that really stuck with me. I was like, really? Wow, I wouldn't have thought that, taking some classes would help you so much to get through a cancer diagnosis. And yet it had helped her so much. So that stayed with me, and I was inspired to learn for myself, to get on the road to learning, because as an adult, I had stopped reading. I had stopped learning, I dabbled here and there, but nothing in earnest. So when I began my own journey at Renaissance Unity in Warren, Michigan, and I learned so many things. There was one class they taught. It was called The Christ, and it really challenged a lot of the beliefs that I had been given as a Catholic. And when I was brought up as a child, I was basically given a set of beliefs that as long as I believed that, then I was all set for life and definitely would get to heaven. So in this class, I had to look at the fact that I was looking at Jesus as a superhero type of personality that could swoop down and save me. And that was really, a false idea that I didn't want to carry with me anymore. So that was really uncomfortable to learn about new things, to learn about the adjacent possible, which is the knowledge that is just sitting outside your present realm of knowledge and waiting for you to move into, experience, and know for yourself a new reality. Let's face it, when we live life according to what others believe, we never get around to thinking for ourselves. And so that's what I learned to do. When I was going to Warren, Michigan, I learned to think for myself. Unity points to the truth, but it doesn't pretend like it knows the absolute truth. And so it gives you ideas to think about. And even our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, said, I reserve the right to change my mind at any point in time. So he was a man of learning, and his wife, Myrtle, a woman of learning. And that's really what helps us to become all that we are, the best selves we can be, is to learn and to grow and become blossoms of beauty. So my call to action is, what book is sitting on your shelf that you haven't picked up because you just haven't had time? And you're really curious about what's inside. You want to learn. So pick it up and read a chapter. Or sign up for that class, that workshop that your inner self is saying, I really want to do that. Whether it's art or whether it's emotional healing, a book study, go for it. Ciao for now. See you tomorrow. Mwah.